Congrats to the Seattle Seahawks on winning their second Super Bowl championship with a dominant victory over the New England Patriots.
Tonight belongs to the Seahawks and the 12s.
Now, the page quickly turns to the 2026 season. Let's dive into our way too early edition of the 2026 NFL Power Rankings. Number 32, New York Jets. The Jets offseason took a big-time hit when Oregon QB Dante Moore announced his plans to return to college. With the Las Vegas Raiders sure to take Fernando Mendoza at number 1, the Jets suddenly don't have a hotshot QB prospect to take at number 2. So it's anyone's guess what Aaron Glenn and his reshuffled coaching staff will do at quarterback. Number 31, Tennessee Titans. In a bit of a surprise, the Titans hired ex-49ers DC Robert Saleh as their head coach. We'll see if Saleh can make the most of this second head coaching gig. A real concern is if GM Mike Bergonzi can get creative and fix the many holes across this roster. Number 30, Las Vegas Raiders. Well, the Raiders offseason is off to a nice start. They aced the hire of now former Seattle Seahawks OC Clint Kubiak as their next head coach. And with the number 1 pick, Vegas has assured Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza a slam dunk pick for Tom Brady and company. Number 29, Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals hired Mike LaFleur as their new head coach after a successful stint as the Rams' offensive coordinator. Presumably, he'll be paired with a new starting quarterback. It's hard to imagine a scenario where Arizona brings back Kyler Murray, and honestly, he should have zero desire to return. Number 28, Cleveland Browns. The Browns made the surprise decision to hire ex-Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken as their new head coach. Reportedly unhappy that he was snubbed for the head coaching vacancy, beloved defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz resigned. So the Browns lose their most valuable assistant and bring in a guy who's never been an NFL head coach.
I'm not making the same mistakes again.
No, you're making all new ones.
For 27, Washington Commanders. Dan Quinn saw enough after one bad season to shake up his coaching staff. He moved on from OC Cliff Kingsbury in a surprise move and cut ties with DC Joe Witt Jr. They were replaced by David Blau and Durante Jones, respectively. GM Adam Peters has a long offseason to-do list. Number 26, New York Giants. The Giants hit the jackpot by hiring John Harbaugh after his shocking firing from the Ravens. Not to jump the gun here, but this could be a surprise playoff contender if Jackson Dart stays healthy in 2026. Number 25, New Orleans Saints. The Saints made one noteworthy announcement after the regular season, committing to Tyler Shuck as their 2026 starter after a solid rookie year. Rebuild is on the right track, just keep building with young talent, not overpaid veterans. Number 24, Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins wasted no time bringing sweeping changes. Don Eric Sullivan is the new GM. Jeff Hafley replaced Mike McDaniel as head coach. John Duggan and Bobby Slovic are the new DC and OC respectively. Now we wait and see as to what the new Dolphins regime does at QB. Number 23, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In a move that baffled many Bucs fans, Todd Bowles was kept as head coach. Yes, the guy who picked his staff that failed is still in charge of the operations. Now GM Jason Light has a long list of pending free agents to sort through. For 22, Atlanta Falcons. After John Harbaugh, our favorite coaching hire of 2026 was the Falcons' savvy move to scoop up Kevin Stefanski. A 2-time Coach of the Year, inheriting an offense with Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson, and Drake London? Where do we sign? Number 21, Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones has 2 key pending free agents to retain in wide receiver George Pickens and running back Javonte Williams. And ideally, he'd spend some leftover money to shore up the offensive line and secondary. Number 20, Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow made many cryptic comments near the end of the season. Notably, he said, "You think about a lot of things," when a reporter asked him about potentially playing elsewhere. Hopefully, since he's cheap ownership and front office, got the message. Enough wasting Joe Burrow's prime. Spend some flippin' money this offseason. Number 19, Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin's resignation was not a surprise. The decision to hire Mike McCarthy was. So, with the coaching staff in place, the main question is the Steelers' QB situation. Number 18, Carolina Panthers. Despite an 8th straight losing season, the Panthers' 8-9 record was enough to claim the NFC South crown. Things are trending up in Carolina. Bryce Young is finally putting it together, and Offensive Rookie of the Year award winner Teteroa McMillan looks like the next big thing at wideout. Number 17, Indianapolis Colts. The only real question is what the Colts do with Daniel Jones. The likely scenario is that he returns to Indy in 2026, one way or another. Number 16, Baltimore Ravens. John Harbaugh was fired after an 18-year tenure. The coaching staff was entirely overhauled, with the Ravens settling on ex-Chargers DC Jesse Minter as their new head coach. We'll see if Minter can provide the spark this franchise needs, or if an aging roster is the problem. Number 15, Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs moved on from Matt Nagy and brought back Eric Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator. Now, what to do with that roster? With limited cap space, GM Brett Veach has some difficult decisions to sort through. For 14, Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings offseason got off to a nice start with defensive coordinator Brian Flores signing an extension. Obviously, the Vikings are still kicking themselves for not retaining Sam Darnold last year. They don't seem ready to move on from JJ McCarthy, but expect them to bring in an experienced veteran to at least challenge him for the QB1 job. Number 13, Los Angeles Chargers. We're already wondering if this team has peaked under Harbaugh. Then again, maybe, just maybe, they'll take a step forward with some better health luck in 2026. Number 12, Detroit Lions. They'll have to shore up the interior offensive line for starters. Getting some playmakers on D to help Brian Branch and Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't hurt either. Number 11, Houston Texans. CJ Stroud's pathetic showing in the Texans' divisional round loss to the New England Patriots wasted a generational Houston defense. That is hard to swallow if you're a Texans fan. His regression since a lights-out rookie year is impossible to understand. Number 10, Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Sirianni's easy decision to move on from OC Kevin Patullo is a nice start to the offseason. A.J. Brown is likely a goner, but Howie Roseman has aced the art of replacing five-star talent. Number 9, Green Bay Packers. Packers fans are still trying to wrap their heads around that brutal collapse against Chicago in the wild card round. But we'd like to remind them how much different this team was when Micah Parsons, Jaden Reed, and Tucker Kraft were all healthy. Major roster changes aren't necessary. They just need some better health luck. Number 8, Chicago Bears. The Bears were one non-Caleb Williams overtime interception away from reaching the NFC Championship game. In other words, it was a pretty damn good year in Windy City. Ben Johnson brought a winning culture to Chicago, and Williams is just hitting his ceiling now. For 7, San Francisco 49ers. No, it's never fun getting blown out in the playoffs, especially against a heated rival. But Kyle Shanahan's 49ers had nothing to be ashamed of. It's amazing how far they got despite an unbelievable string of injuries. With some better health luck, the 49ers will be as dangerous as any NFC team next season. Number 6, Jacksonville Jaguars. Liam Cohen had a phenomenal first season as the Jags head coach. With a healthy version of Travis Hunter in 2026 and a full year of Jacoby Myers, the ceiling is sky high for this team. They are going to be in the mix again for years to come. Number 5, Buffalo Bills. The Bills made the head-scratching decision to fire Sean McDermott after a tough loss to the Broncos in the divisional round. They promoted OC Joe Brady to the head coaching duties, but only time will tell if this works out. Buffalo's championship window could be rapidly closing. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. The Rams were this close to representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, but it just wasn't meant to be. The good news? They'll be right back in the mix with MVP Matthew Stafford already committing to 2026. LA has been there, done that once with Sean McVay. No reason they can't be one of the top players for the Super Bowl again next year. Number 3, Denver Broncos. The Broncos would have certainly won the AFC Championship game with a healthy Bo Nix and potentially even Super Bowl 60. Indeed, his season-ending ankle injury will be a tough one for the Broncos and their fans to stomach for a while. But hey, on the more optimistic side, they were one non-QB injury away from winning the Lombardi Trophy. This roster is more than good enough to win. They just need a healthy Knicks to get there next season. Number 2, New England Patriots. The Patriots' Cinderella season ended with a dejecting blowout loss to the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. But man, this young group has nothing to be ashamed of. This is only the start of what could be a very special era under Mike Vrabel and Drake May. All the Pats can do now is learn from this gut-wrenching loss and apply it as a valuable lesson going forward. Number 1, Seattle Seahawks. After a painful 11-year wait, the Seahawks finally got their hands back on the Lombardi Trophy with a 29-13 shellacking of the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. What a wonderful feel-good story. Sam Darnold completed the career redemption story by leading the Seahawks to an improbable Super Bowl triumph. Mike McDonald's lights-out defense and star running back Kenneth Walker III put on grade A performances to put the finishing touches on a special season. Victory tastes great the first time you experience it. Now, the Seahawks can turn their attention toward building a dynasty, something the previous Super Bowl winning group could never achieve. But hey, who do you think is the team to beat ahead of the 2026 NFL season? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.